Yeah, it's your boy Champ, and this is the Champ is Here show.
And I'm MrLongchamp, your co-host.
Okay, so what's on the...
Well, you know, we was just checking that video out. What you thought real quick of Kobe?
Oh.
So we watching this video, Kobe.
Here, let's see how you can answer this. Who would Shaq be if he had your work ethic?
He'd be the greatest of all time.
If Shaq had your work ethic,
He'd be the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time by a mile.
Sure. He'd be the first to tell you that, for sure. I mean, this guy was a force like I have never seen. I mean, it was crazy. You know, a guy at that size, generally guys at that size are a little timid and they don't want to be tall. They don't want to be big. Man, this dude he did not care. He was mean. He was nasty. He was competitive. He was vindictive. I mean, I wish he was in the gym. I would have had fucking 12 rings.
How great of a player he thinks Shaq could really be?
I think that he made a great point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take away what he said about Shaq would have been better had he worked harder. The thing is that Shaq is a force in the NBA. There was no one like him. He was a phenom. You know what I'm saying? He was a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? So when he came in Orlando, he was slamming, he was breaking backboards. You know what I'm saying? He was getting crazy. But when he got to the Lakers, he was getting big, and his game changed. You know what I'm saying to you? So while Kobe was in the gym and working on his craft, you know, Shaq felt like he didn't have to do that. I give you another athlete who felt like he didn't have to practice was Mike Tyson. You know, after he left Castellano, when he was fighting, sometimes he said, I don't have to train. Because he was just knocking dudes out.
Yeah. I think that's a little bit of a different of an aspect. I mean, you could kind of say that with Shaq. Like maybe he was getting a little lazy. Like, all right, you know, I got Kobe on my squad too. You know, this young guy killing, so maybe I don't got to be in the gym as much. But I think as a big man, you got to work extra. You know, like you working hard compared to somebody else working hard is not necessarily the same thing. And I mean, I who played big man before can tell you that I think it's a little bit more of a difficult position to play. It's the more, you got to run the whole court, whereas the guards can maybe be running from 3.9 to 3.9. It's definitely more of a grind.
I don't think so. The reason why I do not think so is because everyone has to pull their own weight. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a difference between being out of shape, because I played different positions, big man positions too, and guess what? You just got to condition your body to run that court.
Yeah. And
that's it. You know what I mean? Pull-ups, whatever workout you got to do, you got to pull your own weight. But if you know that you're physically dominating every player in the league and you don't have to run that fast down the court, you know what I'm saying to you? You just got to wait in the post, back them down and dunk. It's not like the other players are reverse layups. There's no technique with Shaq.
Yeah, a little bit, but the post moves, yeah, definitely.
But I'm nothing to take away from who he is and the type of athlete he is. That was his game. But like I said, I just felt like, Kobe made a great point.
I'm not saying it wasn't a valid point. He made a valid point. I think Shaq could definitely be probably the greatest of all time if he had put in a lot more work in the gym. But to me, he was one of the greatest of all time. You can't talk about great big men and not put him in the conversation of who's the greatest big man of all time.
Right.
But it's a little bit more difficult, I think, to be the greatest of all time and be a big man. Like you had to really depending on the era that he was in, and the era that he was in, you're gonna say it was easiest to be the best of all time?
No, because every era is going to accommodate. When there's someone who comes out supreme, the NBA or whatever is going to accommodate. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So, Shaq had the opportunity to win the chip every single year. All right? Mm-hmm. Had Jordan not retired, he would have had a lot more rings. You dig me?
Wait, nah, that's not true. Jordan retired before Shaq started winning rings.
No, I'm just.
Oh, you're saying if he didn't retire?
If he didn't have that gap when he left and came back.
But Shaq, so when he left, that's when Shaq just came into the league, and
No, that's what I'm saying to you.
they was young, and
That's what I'm saying to you.
yeah.
Jordan worked hard, right?
Mhm.
He got 3 back-to-back, left, came back, got 3 back-to-back. Had he not left, he probably had 7 or 8, right?
Right.
If Shaq worked hard, because Jordan worked hard, Shaq, what was that line Jadakiss said? Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying to you?
I see what you're saying.
So, had Shaq was in the gym, working on those free throws from the beginning, working on layups, just working on his footwork, just like Hakeem, because Hakeem was a big man and he had moves like a guard. He was a center. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on a second.
Go ahead, because he's itching right now. I see him itching. Go ahead, man.
Jordan, the first 6-7 years he was in the league, did he even make it to the finals? The first 5-6 years. No, exactly. But would you say he wasn't great?
Let me correct myself. He would have won every year he was on the Lakers because he didn't win nothing in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna compare Shaq's beginnings with Jordan's beginnings.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, had he worked hard, he would have had the most rings in NBA history. Potentially.
Potentially.
Potentially,
Okay, so that I could agree with. But I'll move on because I don't want to keep it just on.
Yeah. It was just real shocking when we saw it. You sound like, whoa, Kobe, you're a little spicy today.
And then that meme that Shaq posted to respond.
He dunked on the whole team.
Yeah, I was lazy. I was lazy though. Because I think that's a good retaliation. Because he's trying to say like, yo, I definitely put in my share of work when I was in
No,
LA.
he did.
Yeah,
He did. 100%. But I don't know if he put in 100% off. You know what I'm saying? Like during practice regimens or whatever. I don't know that.
And that I can agree with because I'm sure he has the potential to possibly be that probably one of the greatest of all time. To move on, I seen something interesting the other day on Instagram, and it like really piqued my interest.
Okay,
what we can.
So what is that?
It was a meme that showed like 9 different professionals, or whatever you would want to call them in their industries, whether it's a rapper, athlete, someone who has a talk show host, actors, different people in different genres, all African Americans who've made it and have in different lanes. I was looking at that and it said you can only, if you had to pick 3 out of these 9, which 3 would you pick to have to choose to learn from? Like some of them were Diddy, LeBron James, Oprah, Jay-Z, Charlemagne the God, Magic Johnson, 50, Nori. Just a lot of these people are people that I would look up to. LeBron James is definitely, I'm a huge fan of LeBron. Kobe also, I think Kobe was on that list as well. So I look up to these people in different ways. Jay-Z, Nas, Nori.
Yeah.
As far as like them being,
as
far as them being artists.
I guess you know about it.
I look up to them not just as far as artists, but because of the fact that they became so diverse and opened up different lanes for others as well. So ones that I would probably pick. I was kind of debating about this, going back and forth, but LeBron James, Diddy, and I guess that third one. For now, I'm gonna say Magic, but I may that third one may be interchangeable with some others.
So who are your 3? Who are your 3?
I said LeBron, Diddy, and Magic.
LeBron, Diddy, and Magic.
But I want to switch Magic out because I don't want 2 basketball players. But that's just who I'm holding for now. Okay. To be my place, either LeBron or Magic. I might switch one of them out.
So
I just need to remember who my third one was.
All right. If it for me, I'm gonna pick Will Smith. Would love to, speak to him and just go into his mind and understand what he thinks in his process and just learn from him. Bob Marley, spiritual dude. You know what I'm saying? Very mystical, and I'm a very mystical person. You know what I'm saying? To just love to dive deep.
I'm gonna, because I could go on that. I'm gonna keep the rules within the boundaries of people who are.
Oh, come on, man! You didn't tell me the rules. You went off crazy, and now I'm saying my 3. Now you putting the rules.
Because how you learning from Bob Marley? He passed away.
It got to be someone alive.
Yeah, that you could actually learn from.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right, all right.
If that's the case, I'll go back in history and start naming. All right. So people that's alive. Yeah.
Okay.
We can get to Bob Marley on a different topic though.
All right. So Will Smith, Jay-Z.
Okay.
Especially after he did that NFL deal. You know what I'm saying? And not to see, I got an actor, I got an artist. Because I kept it all musicians last time. I didn't.
I know that was a different topic. We'll get to that. The musicians that described you. So.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to pick. I want to say Diddy, because Diddy's not really a musician, right? He's a businessman.
That's a fact.
Okay.
I mean, hey.
That's it. Diddy, Hov, and Will Smith. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I remember. I think you did mention Diddy. That's how we talked about this, because you were saying how Diddy would definitely be somebody who will push you. You were like,
yeah, because he don't care. He don't care about who you are or what you are. He just cares about what you got to do and when they got to get done. You know what I mean? So that's what I need. So that's why I picked someone like Diddy. You know what I mean? He's gonna get me tight.
Why you pick Jay-Z? I mean, I have my reasons too. I picked Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's the type of person where he's real easygoing and he gives you a little space. He gives you room, arm's reach to, but he also gives you an opportunity to fail. And if you fail, he's not gonna rock with you no more, but he'll give you warning. So that's something that I believe Diddy won't necessarily do, but Hov would just give me that opportunity. You know what I mean? So he comes from a logical point of view, and Diddy comes with emotion.
And who's your third again?
Will Smith. Yeah, he's bugged out. He's crazy. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's unconventional. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to go with too much of my personality. That's why I picked Diddy, because he's the opposite of what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Which is kind of part of the reason why I would go with somebody like Jay-Z. LeBron may be someone whose personality would probably be a little bit more towards mine, which I would kind of want that to kind of balance me out.
Yeah, LeBron, definitely. Capricorn.
And that's
oh, and we're in Virgo season too, right? Yeah. Motherfuckers.
I'll be there coming up, yeah.
I know. Virgos are very neurotic, by the way. You guys are very nervous, but you guys get things done though at the same time. But
that's a fact. Hard work, like Kobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I ain't no front.
Kobe, Beyonce, who else? Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
We got some big names.
Yeah, got some big names. Got some big Nori.
Oh, I didn't even know Nori's a Virgo.
Yeah, Nori's a Virgo.
Yeah. I just told you Harden. I found out Harden the other day.
Yeah. Some big names, Virgo season. Because Virgo season is about harvesting. This is what the time that we're going into, So we're going to this out the summer. Out the summer, we were getting crazy, having fun. It was a hot girl summer. You know what I mean? It was hot girl. You know what I mean? So now we got to take it down a notch. You know what I mean? And adapt, because now we're going to go into a new season. So we got to harvest. So now it's time to take it down a notch, see what's going on, look at the expense report, look at the bills, look at the accounts, and see what's going on, because Christmas is coming soon, and these little these little girls is gonna want gifts, you know. So we gotta get ready. We gotta get ready. So
That's a fact.
So are we gonna go into the music or?
You wanted to get into that too?
I don't know, cause that's pretty dope too. That's a very difficult topic to.
Yeah. So another quick meme I had seen, I was just like, I definitely had to ask Kev this because I was really curious because it took me a little while to decide on what my 3 were gonna be.
Okay.
So I seen this. It was like you had to pick 3 musicians to describe your personality or your life, I should say, and you know, it could be any type of genre of music, anybody who can be alive or passed away at this point. Just what their music kind of was about, and if you know how that could relate to you. Mm-hmm. So my 3, I think I had chose, and I was going back and forth, but I went with J. Cole, Fabulous, and Burna Boy, which, like I said, it took me a while. I had a few others that were in there, and I was like, I wanted them in there because I definitely resonate with a lot of their music, like Underachievers. As far as like picking somebody from Brooklyn, I was like, should I go with Biggie or Jay-Z? But yeah, those are the 3 that I came up with, and I had to ask Kevin later. Kev, you know, I know it's going to be a tough one for you, but
okay.
With,
now, the musicians that describe my life. 3 only? And that's not enough. All right. And who you picked again? You said what? It was Burna Boy.
Burna Boy, Fabulous, and J. Cole.
Okay, Burna Boy, Fabulous, J. Cole. And do they have to be alive?
Like I said, no. This one it could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it could be. There's no stipulations to the musicians.
I'm gonna go DMX.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go DMX. I'm gonna go Wyclef Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a little unorthodox. You know? And then I'm gonna go Vibes Cartel.
You see, this guy switch it up now, son.
I'm gonna go Vibes Cartel. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he came to Bob Marley. And he said Jay-Z in there.
Hold on. Just chill out. I you know what I mean? I move, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, you never know.
Listen, like I
That's
said,
why
mine
I keep on your
too.
toes. I keep on your toes, Poppy. You know what I mean? Tomorrow's gonna be a different 3.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like those because DMX, growing up I was heavy on DMX, you know what I mean? Because when he blew up in the late 90s, oh man, it was crazy, and I used to listen to his album over and over and over again. I remember in high school when he dropped his 2nd album. This is, you know, them times Mommy did not give us no money.
Darkest Hell Side?
No. This is when he dropped
Fresh on
My Flesh. Okay? Okay? Yeah. I went to the record store. I made sure I walked from, no, that was for Blueprint. But I just remember, for Blueprint, I walked from Ocean Avenue to Rockaway Parkway.
Oh, that was in St. Helens?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was sick. No, not St. Edmunds. This is Madison. And I was sick because when I went to the record store, it was closed because of the, you know, obviously 9/11. That's a good reason why I closed it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but you know, at the time I was like, yo, I need to get my CD. But yeah, DMX was heavy. Wyclef, just heavy influence on the culture. Definitely heavy, you know what I mean? Haitian culture, he made it. At the time, being Haitian wasn't cool. You know, I was in the 4th, 3rd grade, 2nd grade. People calling me HBO, Haitian body odor.
That's a fact. You mentioned the Fugees the other day, and I was like,
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? When Carnival came out, it was cool. You know what I mean? The Parkway, Haitians took over. You know what I'm saying too? It was Jamaica, Trinidad for a little while, and then Haiti came through with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying to you? So that was crazy, and Vibes Cartel, because at one point I was in the sound. You know, I was learning how to DJ, and all them tunes, them gunshot. There's other artists that I
Nah,
resonate with. But,
I know. That's what I was saying. Like, I know this
you
is
know what
gonna
I'm
be a
saying?
different
For vibes was, you know what I mean? Them Dalavan days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Backward days, you know what I'm saying too? So yeah, so.
I didn't really get into why I picked my three real quick, so just real quick. J. Cole, middle child, I feel like him and I is like this. Like he really just describes like my generation as far as like being in between the millennials and like being, still being like an 80s baby, really relating to growing up in the 90s and stuff like that. His music, a lot of his lyrics really relate to a lot of things that we go through now.
And he's literally the middle child.
Big bro, little sis. And no, not Kendrick. I wanted to say Kendrick, shit. But who else I had? Fabulous. Fabulous is Brooklyn all day.
Heavy.
So, that was something I was like, I have to include a Brooklyn pick in there. Because a lot of his, maybe, I could relate to a lot of his music. Maybe not to, so much of like the street stuff, but just from the Brooklyn environment, growing up in Brooklyn and that, that party scene. And, and the third one I had was Burna Boy. I just wanted to pick something to be a little bit more diverse, especially right now, Afro beats being so popular, and I feel like that really takes us back to our roots, you know what I mean? Like, of course, I always gonna listen to my compa, always listen to my Haitian music all day. You know what I'm saying? No, of course, but that's like the roots.
You know what I'm saying?
Always, of course. I ain't see it all day, you know what I mean?
That is good.
Listen, past week I went to Soca Brainwash. I was with my Haitian flag, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Chilling with the Haitians and the Grenadians and the Trinidadians.
Okay.
But I was the House of Compa.
Okay.
I had my banner. That's hard.
You see
so? You know what I mean? John Stowe from the Compa House.
Okay.
But yeah, man. But as far as like Afro beats right now, it's really on the rise. It's and that's really everything come back from Africa. I mean, even the Haitians, I feel like all of that came from Africa. All music came from Afro beats, and it's coming back now full circle. And that's really been something that I've been resonating with, listening to a lot of Afro beats music, and so I just wanted to definitely include the culture in there. But like you said, tomorrow my three could probably be a different three. So
And since we're talking about Africa, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talking about the motherland. I watched a documentary a little while ago, Black in Latin America, and they were comparing. They put Mexican food side by side with Nigerian food, and it looks completely identical.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
not too much of a surprise.
you know what I mean? And Haiti, it's since we got our independence in 1804, the first free black nation
January
in the
1st.
world. January 1st, and that's why we eat that freedom soup every January 1st. It was comprised of different Africans from different countries and different tribes. And for them to win their freedom, they had to mix the African language with French, Spanish, and Chinese, and Taino.
Yes, I know. Yeah. I know Chinese though.
Yes, to formulate, you know what I mean, to come up with a new language so they can speak where.
So Creole was born.
That's how Creole was born. And then President Aristide made it the official language of Haiti, and not French. So just a quick little history lesson, and check those documentaries out. Those are dope. Being black in Latin America, fire. Fire.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So.
I think we got a lot of content out there. We're gonna start to wrap this up.
Okay. So.
Appreciate you guys for listening.
Uh-huh.
As always, shout outs to Culture Media.
Culture Media.
You already know.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. You heard?
Champ is here.
Champ is here.